Game 2 of the MLS's back tournament for the Red Bulls and the Columbus Crew. Shep, this has the feeling of a heavyweight fight, doesn't it?
Yeah, Steve, I love it. Really. I mean, a great win against Atlanta, and those teams have a rivalry, Atlanta and New York, but this is a big one coming up. And look, we all thought coming into the season before the break that Columbus was going to be a very, very good team. Caleb Porter got his man that he wanted, so we thought they'd be good. But right now, early in group stage, this is a big game.
Red Bulls have Atlanta's number in the regular season over the course of the last few years. They looked comfortable on Saturday night in their first win. There were times maybe you thought you were watching a Red Bulls team of 2 years ago when they won Supporters' Shield. But Darlington Nagbe for Columbus looked very comfortable in his first game of this tournament. How do the Red Bulls stop them?
Yeah, Stephen, I always say you really need that one maestro someplace in the midfield to dictate the tempo, rhythm, the ebb and flow of the game. Nagbe was a difference maker. How do you stop him? I don't think it's one player. I think it's a trio of Kaku tracking him into the feet of Sean Davis and Caceres. Between those three players, they have to try and deny him space to the ball.
4-0 win for Columbus in its debut in this tournament. Attacking players need confidence. Giassi Zardes, off a 2-goal performance, has confidence. So does Lucas Zelarayan, making a case for newcomer of the year. He scored on a splendid free kick. This is a challenge for the Red Bulls. Can they approach the match the same way they did against Atlanta?
Well, Steve, one of the things I liked best about the Atlanta game was the way Chris Armas had the team ready to play different styles. Right? They came out with high pressure, created the early goal, then they sat back, that first line of confrontation more like the midfield strike, and they changed how they played. You have to be able to do it. In the heat and humidity of Orlando, you can't expect all-out pressure for 90 minutes. So this is going to be a huge challenge against Columbus. I think they could do it. They've got to remember to get forward as well. They've got to get Columbus at times during the game back on their heels defending.
As they try to build on their 1-0 victory over Atlanta, that first lineup, I think, surprised some people. Amro Tarek in place of Tim Parker. Tom Barlow, who did some subtle things very well, in place of Brian White. Do you expect that to be the norm as this tournament continues?
I think there is no norm in the world, in this tournament, in Major League Soccer. But I do think Chris Armas outcoached Frank de Boer in the first game. And I think he's really stepped up his game, Armas. So he has a lot of tools, he has depth on the bench, and he has different variations, both in personnel and style that he can play.
If there's a winner late Thursday night, that team takes control of Group E. And the team that does ultimately finish first in Group E will have 2 extra days of rest to prepare for the round of 16. But the Red Bulls are off and running, and they look to go 2-0 in the tournament against the Columbus Crew Thursday night.